It's late, the kind of hour when the city begins to change its language, when voices drop away and the hum of street settles into something slower, softer. You stand by the window of your apartment. Below, the glow of streetlights stretches down the block, turning the sky that strange amber haze. There's a comfort to it, but also a kind of loneliness. So much light, and yet so little darkness left to rest in. On the windowsill, your little garden, rosemary, mint, maybe a few stubborn basil leaves, glows faintly under a small red bulb. It's not much, just a lamp you switched to because the white one felt too harsh at night. But tonight, it feels different. The red light spills across your plants like firelight, soft, steady, ancient. A moth drifts close, circles once, then settles on the edge of the pot. Out beyond the balcony, a bat flickers through the space between buildings. Even here, in the pulse of concrete and glass, the wild still moves. Quietly, patiently, waiting for us to notice. You take a breath, watching the red reflection in the window pane, and you realize this tiny glow isn't just light, it's invitation. Welcome, witches, pagans, heathens, spiritualists, and anyone who wants to walk a more sustainable path. I'm Kayla, and today I am flying solo as Nell is sick and could not be here. So welcome to Old Ways, New Days, Solo Edition. We will be exploring the power of red light, how a simple color can protect nocturnal life, restore balance to our cities, and weave ancient spiritual practice into modern urban night. It's science, it's soul, it's a love story between light and dark. So settle in, dim the glare, let's walk together beneath the red glow. Light isn't just brightness, it's information. Every wavelength tells a story, one that living beings have evolved for millions of years to read. Most modern lighting, the LEDs in our lamps, the streetlights outside, even our phone screens, emit intense blue light between 400 and 1500 nanometers. It's the same range that mimics daylight, and it tells our bodies, stay awake. That signal keeps cities alive 24/7, and it also silences the night. Blue light suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps both humans and animals rest. It alters migration in birds, navigation in insects, and even the growth patterns in plants. But red light, longer, softer, somewhere between 620 and 750 nanometers, it behaves differently. It doesn't scatter in the air the same way. It doesn't blind our eyes to the stars. To most nocturnal creatures, it's nearly invisible. That's why astronomers use red lights in observatories, and why biologists now recommend them for night gardens and wildlife-friendly city planning. They allow us to see without disturbing what was always meant to live in the dark. Our bodies are also creatures of rhythm. Inside our brains, a tiny clock, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, keeps time with the sun. It syncs our hormones, our sleep, even our mood. When we flood our nights with bright white light, that rhythm slips. We scroll through blue-lit screens, our eyes wide, long past midnight, and our internal timekeepers lose track of dawn and dusk. Studies from Harvard and the University of Colorado show that limiting blue light at night boosts melatonin, lowers cortisol, and improves rest. Red light, however, doesn't disrupt that natural flow. It allows our bodies to stay in tune with the dark, helping us wind down, breathe deeper, and dream more vividly. So when you trade harsh brightness for a dim red lamp, you're not just setting a mood, you're giving your body permission to remember what night feels like. Even in our brightest cities, darkness is alive. Foxes roam through alleyways, owls hunt between high rises, pollinating moths flutter from rooftop gardens to midnight blossoms. But studies show that artificial light, even moderate levels, can shift entire ecosystems. Some bats avoid illuminated streets. Frogs stop calling beneath constant glow. And insects spiral towards bulbs that never burn out. By choosing red or even amber lighting, by shielding bulbs or dimming windows, we create little sanctuaries, pockets of shadow where life can continue its quiet work. Imagine a network of balconies, community gardens, and rooftops glowing gently red. An invisible web of kindness stretching through the city. That's urban rewilding, not erasing light, but refining it, bringing the stars and the night's creatures a little closer to home. All over the world, there's a quiet movement rising, a call to bring back the stars. They're called dark sky sanctuaries, places where artificial light is kept low enough, or not at all, for the Milky Way to shine again. From the deserts of Utah to remote coasts in Scotland, these sanctuaries protect the night itself, not just for people, but for every creature that depends on darkness to live and rest. Astronomers tell us that more than 80% of humans can no longer see the Milky Way from where they live. We've traded our stars for sodium and LED glare. But it doesn't have to be that way. Even in cities, suburbs, and small towns, we can create micro sanctuaries, balconies, courtyards, and rooftop gardens, small patches of softened light, or light removed completely. A place where red glow replaces white glow, where curtains close to honor the dark, where moths, bats, and dreams can return. In these spaces, the pagan heart remembers something ancient, that darkness was never the enemy. It was the canvas for our myths, the womb of the cosmos, and the mirror in which we found our gods. When we protect the night, we protect that sacred rhythm. The city doesn't need to stop shining. It just needs to listen to its shadows again. In pagan and earth-centered traditions, light is sacred. The hearth flame that symbolizes warmth, protection, and life. Red, especially, is the color of vitality, the spark of blood, passion, and the ember at the world's core. For ancient peoples, keeping the fire through the night meant survival. Today, our fires are different. They're electric, efficient, contained, but they still hold meaning. A red lamp in a window can be your hearth. A candle on a balcony altar, your temple flame. It's not nostalgia, it's continuity. A way of saying, even here, in this city of concrete and code, I still remember the old balance. That's the essence of pagan homesteading in the city. Not retreating from technology, but humanizing it, turning the artificial into something sacred. Maybe the real dark sky sanctuary begins right here, in a single apartment window glowing red. a quiet act of reverence that says, the night still belongs to the wild. Start small. Change one light. Turn off what doesn't need to be on all night long. Let your eyes relearn the dark. Notice how your heartbeat slows, how the city hum becomes less mechanical and more alive. If you're spiritually inclined, treat it as a ritual, a nightly act of reverence to the unseen world around you, to the bats and moths and trees breathing under the same dim glow. And when you look up, even through the haze or high-rise glare, you may catch a few stars breaking through, each one a reminder that balance is possible, that our choices, no matter how small, can bring the cosmos a little closer. So tonight, let your hearth be red, let your light be gentle, and may the darkness you share with the world be full of life. Thank you for listening. Please remember to share, like, comment, especially if you like what we're doing, because we would like to continue to bring you all this beautiful information, both homesteading and spiritual. So good night, friends. Until next time. Blessed be.